Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. It's Friday and I was able to leave work a little bit early today, which means I'll be able to work my horses and get them fed in daylight today. That doesn't happen very often these days since the days are so short this time of year. I get home from work most days when the sun is just about ready to set, which means I'm doing most of my horse work in close to complete darkness. Unfortunately, it is super cold out today, so even though I have some extra time to spend with my horses, I'll likely not be out there for very long because it's just so darn cold. This time of year, it's all about doing what you can with what Mother Nature throws your way. Right now, I need to be happy with hand walking my horses a bit and calling it a day. The weather is supposed to start warming up after today, so we'll be able to do a lot more with my horses then. So it's Saturday afternoon. It's cold. There's a warm front coming, but it ain't here yet, so it's very cold. But I am going to spend some time with the horses and get them fed for the evening. And yeah, by midnight it's going to be right around 0, which is very exciting. But until then, we're dealing with very cold and windy, which is making it significantly colder. Hello, sir. This is the first time my horses have been without blankets. We're trying it out. I'm not hauling them to indoor arenas anywhere. And I'd like them to be as natural as possible. He's got a thick coat on him, so he's keeping himself warm. I'm not too concerned. If there was going to be freezing rain or something like that, I'd probably blanket him, but when it's just like this, he's good. You ready to go for a walk? Hello, Mr. Diesel. Hello. We'll go for a walk and then we'll get you some supper. Hey, buddy. Horses are a little low on water, so pulled the hose out of the heated shop so it's not frozen. Turn that on. And we'll fill up the water trough because it is very important that horses have water all the time in the winter so they don't colic. They need to have water. And no, they can't just eat snow. Alright, we'll hang out in the arena for a bit. The ground's not too bad. We got quite a bit of snow over the last few days, so it's fairly soft. We're just going to take it easy today, though. I let Junior in the arena, and he just kind of does his own thing. Sometimes he'll look for grass under the snow. Sometimes he'll run around like a madman. Just kind of let him do what he wants. He gets a little bit of exercise in the process, so that's good. Hey, bud? So we have our bales that don't fit under the lean-to just lined up along the arena here. Need to watch Junior. He's fond of grabbing a mid-session snack. Junior. Mr. Poco. That's not for you. Shh. Oops. I think we need to turn that off right about now. Horses are well watered anyways. little appetizer of some Hoffman's Mineral before the main event of their evening hay feed comes. Horses fed and watered, ready for another night. Temperature's only going to go up from here, boys. You'll be sweating by tomorrow. I always like to give my horses a weather report. I'm sure they have a better idea than I do about what the weather's doing, but it makes me feel better that they're well informed about the forecast. Just got to the barn and it is a good day. It is much, much nicer out. The Bills just beat the Patriots, which was awesome. And yeah, we're outside. We're gonna do a little bit more than hand walking today. I want to do some groundwork with Diesel. I have this newfound motivation to make progress with my horse again, which is, it's a very unfortunate time of year to find that motivation because obviously winter kind of puts a hold on a lot of horse related things, but we're gonna do what we can, play with some groundwork, and yeah, just enjoy the nice weather while it's here. Hello, how's it going? Hi. So I got I think this is a dressage whip. I bought it at an English tack store, so that's what I use for groundwork. It's got a long, looser piece, and then I've got my rope halter. My rope halter that I use for groundwork. If anyone knows how to, like, I don't want, he's so bad for chewing on ropes. And at the start it was cute, but now it's kind of like, bud, you don't need to be doing that. Okay. So we have our longer rope that I use. I don't really like using a lunge line because I find they're just so long that it's too much to be dealing with in my hands, especially when you get to the stuff where you're changing directions really quickly. So I like this better. So we'll head up to the arena. The sun is blinding me, which I love it. And we'll have some fun, hey? Oh, does that feel good? Does that feel good? Yeah. Oh, hello. Hello. So good to be out here. So good. I've had a tough year this year when it comes to my horses. Diesel was diagnosed with some not so great stuff, which I'll get into that in a later video, which has made it really tough, and not being able to ride, and also just not having the motivation to ride. Getting to the point where I was even considering selling my horses, it's been tough. And that's why I thought that changing the direction of my YouTube channel, doing more 9 to 5 goal setting, fitness kind of content, I thought that was the best idea, given that I was considering getting out of horses and just had enough of even just the Western way of life. But I've come to my senses. I think I fell victim to social media. Almost everyone that I follow on social media that's not in the Western world is someone who is living in a big city and just has a completely different life to what I have. And I started to question whether the life I was living was the life I should be living. I thought maybe I should be one of those more, I guess, urban girls and just have a complete reinvention of my life. But I've come to realize that I was born a rancher's daughter. I have always had this deep-seated love of horses and the Western way of life in my soul. And I got to a point where I would see other people enjoying their horses and I would almost want to cry because I've been out here every day tinkering a little bit, not nearly as much as I usually do, and just my heart wasn't in it and it just didn't feel right. And I don't even know how to explain what happened, but I've definitely had this resurgence in my soul that the Western way of life is where I'm meant to be. This is for me. Horses are for me. And if I'm going to pursue anything in life, it's going to be horse related, because is what God has put me on this earth to do, is to be with horses, work with horses, and just lean into that as much as I can. And that's why we're back to horse content here on my YouTube channel. I'm going to start posting again on the Strong in the Saddle Instagram page and just getting back to my roots. Because since I've done that here recently, it has felt so good. So good. It's what I'm meant to do for sure. So stay tuned for all the horse and ranch life content. I'm just so excited about it. I can't wait to take you guys along for the ride. Remember, it's always a good day to ride.